You don't need to be a supermodel to turn heads. In fact, science shows that attraction has less to do with looks and more to do with habits. Subtle, everyday behaviors can spark curiosity, build connection, and even make you magnetic. Think about it. Have you ever met someone who wasn't traditionally attractive, but there was just something about them? They had this aura, this energy that drew you in. That's the power of the right habits. In this video, we'll break down 7 powerful habits that make people go, "Wow, I want to be around them." Let's dive in. This first one is huge, and it's something I've personally been working on. In a world glued to screens, true presence is like a superpower. Think about how you feel when someone's constantly checking their phone while you're talking. Not great, right? When you're fully present with someone, you're telling them, "You are the most important thing to me right now." Put away the phone, turn off the notifications, make eye contact, listen actively, not just waiting for your turn to speak. This isn't about being silent the whole time. It's about giving your undivided attention, asking thoughtful questions, and really seeing the person in front of you. People can tell when you're half listening, and it's a major turnoff. But when you're truly present, that's when real connection happens. That's when people feel seen, heard, and valued. And that's attractive. Alright, next up is body language, and no, you don't need to be a bodybuilder or a supermodel to master this. It's about small changes that make a big difference. First, posture. Stand tall, shoulders back like you own the room. I know it sounds cliche, but trust me, it works. When you carry yourself with confidence, people take notice. Then there's eye contact. Not the creepy, staring into your soul kind, but a confident, engaged gaze. It shows you're interested and present. And don't forget about your hands. Use them to emphasize your points, but don't go overboard. Keep your movements natural and relaxed. Remember, your body language is constantly communicating, even when you're not saying a word. So make sure it's saying what you want it to say. Who doesn't love a good laugh? Humor is a powerful tool for building connection and making people feel comfortable. Now, I'm not saying you need to be a stand-up comedian, but don't be afraid to crack a joke, tell a funny story, or engage in some playful teasing. The key here is to be genuine and lighthearted. Don't force it. The best humor comes from a place of authenticity and joy. When you can laugh at yourself and find the humor in everyday situations, you become instantly more approachable and attractive. People are drawn to those who bring joy and laughter into their lives. So loosen up, embrace your silly side, and don't be afraid to make people smile. Now let's dive into the power of curiosity and deep questions. Here's the thing. Most people are terrible conversationalists. They stick to surface-level topics, asking the same old boring questions. What do? Where are you from? Yawn. If you want to stand out, be the person who asks thought-provoking questions. Questions that make people think, feel, and open up. Instead of asking, "How was your day?" try something like, "What was the highlight of your day?" Or "What are you most grateful for today?" Be genuinely curious about the people you meet. Listen intently to their answers, and ask follow-up questions. People can tell when you're genuinely interested, and it makes them feel valued and understood. Moving on to the next key habit. Purpose-driven living. Let's be real. Passion is contagious. When you're genuinely excited about something, it shows. Your energy is different, your eyes light up, you become magnetic. What are you passionate about? What gets you fired up? Find what lights your soul on fire and pursue it relentlessly. This doesn't mean you need to quit your job and become a world traveler. Unless that's your passion, then go for it. It's about finding purpose and meaning in your everyday life. Maybe it's volunteering for a cause you care about. Maybe it's starting a side hustle. Maybe it's simply dedicating time each day to a hobby you love. When you're living a life filled with purpose and passion, you become infinitely more attractive to others. Kindness with boundaries. Being kind is crucial, but it shouldn't come at the expense of your own well-being. There's a fine line between being a good person and being a pushover. Learn to set healthy boundaries. It's not selfish, it's essential for self-respect and healthy relationships. If someone is constantly demanding your time and energy, it's okay to say no. If someone is treating you poorly, it's okay to walk away. Remember, you teach people how to treat you. When you set clear boundaries, you're showing them that you value yourself and your time. And that's incredibly attractive. Now let's move on to our next habit. Emotional stability. Look, life is full of ups and downs, we all have our moments. But being able to regulate your emotions and stay grounded is crucial for building healthy relationships and attracting the right people. This doesn't mean you need to be emotionless or suppress your feelings. It's about developing self-awareness and coping mechanisms for dealing with stress, anxiety, and difficult emotions. Practice mindfulness, meditate, journal, find what works for you. When you're able to stay calm and collected in challenging situations, it shows maturity, self-control, and emotional intelligence. And those qualities are incredibly attractive. Outro: become the most magnetic version of yourself. Attraction isn't about being perfect, it's about becoming someone who makes people something. Safe, seen, curious, drawn in. These 7 habits, they don't just change how people see you, they change how you see. You become more confident, more self-assured, more magnetic. So try one, or try all 7. And if you felt something from this video, like, comment, and subscribe. More real talk coming your way.